McKinley. Scott from HeyUGuys. How you doing?
Hey, you guys.
There you go. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
I watched a few episodes this morning. It's quite tough in places, but quite good in some places. Tell me about the lure for you of reading this script for the first time, because there's just so much to kind of delve into with this one.
I think that's what I would start with, is that there's a lot to dive into, and it seemed like a gift because to play a character where the show is interested in his whole heart and giving me space to both be a good at the investigative part of the journey, but also all the weight that he's carrying and the love story that's at home and how that turns into a kind of fuel for him being the perfect person to find these children.
It's a wonderful scene in the first episode of you and your partner. He's in bed and you come in to see him and all that kind of stuff, and you got all the kind of the age stuff in the background. How sensitive were you guys to making sure that you did that right, as well as all the other stuff?
It was the point of constant conversation, because there's a stark difference in how he is at home and how he presents in the world. I like to think in the walls of that apartment, they've built something that feels both free and loving and a place where they can just be. So like Mark Gillis, the actor who played William, we talked a lot about what it is to feel free and the safety we want to create in the relationship.
What's the lure of 80s New York? Because New York is so fascinating anyway, but the 80s to a lot of people is like the definitive decade in some respects. There's so much that comes out of the 80s. What's it like stepping back and going back to New York in the 80s?
I mean, watching it, the music is what I love. But like on a more serious note, because it's set in the 80s, we're right in the middle of the AIDS epidemic. And for me, that means that my storyline is sort of couched with honoring the journey of what it would have felt like to be in a very fearful time, and a time where we're not understanding exactly what's happening around us, and where I'm mourning my partner when he's still there, and not able to be completely present with like what's happening in terms of the AIDS debilitating his body.
Yeah. It's a show as well. I mean, Netflix has so many amazing shows. This one, again, it feels different and feels unique and feels original. What are you hoping audiences kind of take away from this? Because there is so much to unpack with this.
Sure, yeah. I think the simplest thing I could say is that I hope people learn how important it is to lead with love. And I think my character's journey over the 6 episodes is one in which he's learning to embrace and accept himself and sort of stepping into his power in a way. So I hope both queer people and people generally get that accepting yourself and loving yourself to start with sort of unlocks your superpower in a way.
Just finally, so a little fun question to end with. What would you like to have puppeted your own version of your character in that Good Morning Sunshine show, or some version of your character?
Sure. I mean, it'd probably be more fun if it was like the spirit animal version of my character. That would be a lot more fun, and hopefully I could have a little more fun with it. It'd be something that's more freeing than debilitating.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, I really enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!